Hi everyone, Irina is here, and today I want to introduce this kind of a new game where I answer to like a random letter from internet. Um, one of those letters that people write on different internet platforms where they seek advice, where they share uh, their problem, and they look for other people's opinions. They want to know how to solve their problem. So as an INFP and as Irina, I decided to answer one of these letters in this YouTube video. This letter is about a relationship advice that this guy is seeking. He's been with his girlfriend for over 3 years, and when they initially started dating, he knew that she was struggling with depression, and she still struggles with depression. But now, 3 years later, he realized that she is not the woman that he wants to marry, but he is afraid that breaking up with her would be super hard on her, and he doesn't know how to make that decision and whether he should go for this decision or not. But he already knows in his heart that he doesn't want to marry her. So should he? What should he do? What should he do? He's asking. He doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't want to make her situation worse by breaking up with her. So, well, he sounds like a nice guy since he's concerned about her, like the way that she will react. But I think it's a very common situation where, when the feelings wear off, and at first you were like you were in love with the person, but then like 2 years later or a year later you realize that probably you don't want to be with this person anymore. And it's very common to not know how to let that person know that you don't want to be with them anymore. Like, it's very common. And in this situation it's more difficult because the boyfriend is aware that the girlfriend struggles with mental issues, and he is afraid that he will make her situation worse. So the people on the internet, I took this letter or message from Reddit. There were like 20 responses to this message. Most of them were saying that, like, bro, you should break up with her better sooner than later, because just like, of course, yes, I think so too. Like, he should break up with her, but it's not that easy. We should look at this situation like at a different angle, because what this guy is doing is that he's assuming a lot, and that's one of the mistakes that most of us do. First of all, he assumes that her depression now is the same as her depression 3 years ago when they started dating. Then he assumes that her life without him would be worse. Like, her depression without him will be worse than her depression with him. He doesn't know it, so he should not be assuming those things. So first of all, he assumes a lot of things, and that makes his imagination to kind of create this painful fantasy that this is gonna be horrible for her, but he doesn't know it, right? Then he assumes that she still has feelings for him. Then he assumes that he is the one who is able to control her depression. Then he assumes that she has a difficult time dealing with her depression without him, and that there are no other people who is able to help her with her depression. Then he assumes that if she didn't have a depression and was just like a regular girlfriend, if it was just a regular case, relationship case, then it would be easier for him to break up with her after 3-year relationship. So he's assuming a lot of things. He doesn't question those beliefs, those ideas in his head. Because if he questioned them, he might have found out, or at least he started doubting, this inevitable outcome of her depression worsening after their breakup. Maybe it's not true. And also, I believe that in life, when we have a situation with two options, where the decision is two options, that usually it's our mind playing games with us, and we should definitely sit down and look at the beliefs around the situation, our inner beliefs. Usually there's always a third option, but this option is usually hard to see. So I feel like in his case, there is a third option, but this third option is not obvious for the eye, because he already kind of built up the whole situation in his head. Not only how the situation looks now, but also he already has this picture how the situation will look after he breaks up with his girlfriend. But again, he doesn't know it. Like, he is not God. He's not God, and he should not assume that he has more control than he does. So if he took into consideration all these details, what I said, then making a decision would come a lot easier for him. He would just go for it without thinking too much about it, and he would be doing the right thing, maybe because the space in his mind would give him more ability to think what he could really do to help her deal with the situation. He would see that maybe he, as a friend, he could help her on an emotional level, to maybe to be there for her when they will be breaking up. So yeah, what do you think about the situation? Let me know.